And we're moving on to Common Core State Standards Math 7th, Ratios and Proportions 1A, Number Systems 3, and it's also Numbers Quantities 1A in the graduation standards. And we are talking about complex fractions and unit rates. And just when you think it can't get any worse with fractions, we come along with complex fractions. Well, don't panic. A complex fraction is a fraction inside of a fraction. Doesn't that make you feel better? But it can be anything. It's pretty simple. We'll go through it, and don't panic till afterwards. So a fraction inside of a fraction. So we can have, let's example 1. We could have 1/4, and then you're going to have a 2. So actually, this one here is a whole fraction up here, 1/4 in the numerator, and a whole number in the bottom. So you have a fraction inside of a fraction. So this actually is said 1/4 divided by 2. And we are going to rewrite that, and we're going to go 1/4 divided by 2, and we're going to make that 2 a fraction. So we're going to go poof, add a 1, and so 1/4 divided by 2 over 1. So it already looks better, I think. So when you do division, you're going to keep this here, this fraction here, change the sign, and flip the second fraction. Oops, I can't write it in. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction. We're going to flip this sign from division to multiplication, which is a dot, and we're going to flip this one, 1/2. And if we multiply 1/4 times 1/2, we get 1/8. And that is a complex fraction. It's actually just two fractions divided by each other. Another one would be if we had, change the color, if we had this and we had 1 divided by 1/2. And this time the fraction is on the denominator, which is the down part. And so let's rewrite that. So it's going to be 1 divided by 1/2. So it makes it far easier once you say it and rewrite it this way. We're going to make both numbers a fraction, so we're going to go poof, make that whole number 1 over 1. And now we're going to do keep, change, flip. You've heard that before. We're going to keep this 1 over 1 times, we're going to flip this one here, 2 over 1. Do you see how that one flipped? And now when we multiply across, 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 1 is 1, and we simplify that to a 2. So that's another type of mixed number where you have a fraction on the denominator and a whole number on the numerator. Just the opposite of what we had before. We had a fraction on the numerator and a whole number on the denominator, but fairly simple. Thank you.